Back in the airdrop arena, farming the Perena Airdrop. Let's dive straight into this easy and quick airdrop guide for the newest decentralized stablecoin infrastructure on Solana. But before we begin, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and let's dive straight into the video. So ladies and gentlemen, we're diving straight into the Perena Airdrop. First, we're going to briefly explain what it is, and as you can see, you can launch, trade and earn with stablecoins all on Solana. Where money grows, the Perena pool numeraire beta is now live. So you can see down below, guys, exactly what we can do. We can swap between different stablecoins such as PayPal, USDT, USDC, and many more. You can deposit stablecoins in liquidity pools to earn delicious rewards, and you can seamlessly launch your own stablecoin. Down below, you can see all of the key integrations and more information about the Perena protocol. This is the ultimate decentralized infrastructure for stablecoins, of which has raised over $3 million. So what we're going to do is we're going to explain exactly how to qualify for their airdrop, which is going to be quick and easy. If you would like to do more research and understand more on Perena, you can let us know in the comment section down below. But we're going to dive straight into it and head over to their application. And as you can see, what we need to do is first get started with a wallet. Now, you're going to need to have a Solana wallet of some kind. That could be Phantom, it could be Soulflare, it could be Backpack. It's entirely up to you. If you need a tutorial, you can check one out on our YouTube channel. However, once you're ready, you're going to very simply choose one. As you can see, we are now getting ourselves in. If you have a referral code, fantastic. If not, no worries. Once we are here, what is the first step? Well, my friends, what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the dashboard, and you'll be able to see that we've got a portfolio of 0. However, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to be able to swap stable coins between each other, and therefore the more stable coins we can swap, the better off we will be, and the more liquidity that you can provide, the better off you will be. So if you head into the reward section to begin with, as you can see, we've got a thing called Petals here. Now, we are currently in pre-season, and therefore we are very, very early to this protocol. As you can see here, my friends, we need to very simply get ourselves some Petals. So to start off with, we need to very simply swap. We need to very simply provide liquidity, and we will see our Petals generate and of course climb us up that leaderboard. The more Petals we have, the more tokens that we'll receive in the future, and therefore we are going to show you exactly how to get the most points possible. So earn points on the first 5 swaps made every single day. Therefore, guys, after the 5th swap, you will not be able to earn any more points. So make sure that you're maximizing each 5 swaps every single day and conducting as much volume as you possibly can in order to maximize on your Petals from swapping. Second, pools. Depositing into pools will be highly incentivized. Rewards will multiply after 15 days. Therefore, the longer that you deposit assets into liquidity pools, the more rewards that you will generate, and of course, the more Petals you will generate. This will of course translate into more Petals down the line for when the airdrop comes, and therefore this is a key aspect of this protocol. Referrals, you'll get kickback Petals from users that you referred, and this is coming soon as it is not out yet. And you've also got an extra boost, which we'll be able to get soon, so watch out for announcements on the X page for their latest partnerships. However, down below you can see the entire leaderboard showing you how many points people have, or the top 10 addresses anyway. But what we're going to do is we're going to first start off with the first step, and that is obviously swapping. Now, as you can see, I've already got USDC, but if you don't have any USDC stablecoins, or if you don't have any stablecoins whatsoever, you're going to need to head over to a decentralized exchange such as Jupiter, for example, which enables us to swap our SOL tokens into stablecoins and so on. Therefore, if you don't have any stablecoins but you only have Solana, as you can see, I'm going to toggle Solana up top, and down below I'm also going to choose another stablecoin. Let's just choose USDT for now. Next, I'm going to choose an amount of SOL that I want to swap into USDC. It doesn't have to be that much. It's entirely up to you and what your budget is going to be. If I wanted to do $15, $50 is entirely up to you. But as you can see, I'm now going to do around $25 worth. So once we click swap, as you can see, we are going to get our USDT tokens, which will take literally just 1 second. After that, we can then head back over to Perena, and straight away you can see that we've now got both USDT and USDC. So, as it said, guys, we can only do 5 swaps a day, and therefore I'm going to maximize on my volume. I'm going to swap my entire USDC amount into USDT. Therefore, I'm going to get my $30 worth of USDC into USDT, and I'm going to click swap. It's going to be very simple and easy to do. Once that is swapped over, guys, that is our first swap, and that will earn us some Petals. Now, in the rewards section, you can see that it hasn't updated, but of course we need to wait for it to update. But we're just going to swap our 5 tokens just so we can get the Petals, obviously. And therefore now I'm going to swap my USDT into another stablecoin. It could be back into USDC, it's entirely up to you. But let's just say we chose PayPal this time, and we are now going to choose the entire amount. Obviously, the more volume that we can do, the better off we'll be. However, of course, do as much as you possibly can afford and can feel comfortable with. Now, we've done all of that. We're going to do it one more time. That is our second swap. This time I'm going to choose another stablecoin. It could be SUSD. Why not? Going to click max, and as you can see, we're going to swap our tokens. Boom, already swapped. That is 3 out of 5. Next, I'm going to very simply swap into USDT, and this time I'm going to do the maximum amount. I'm going to click swap, and once again, we just need to wait for it to confirm. Once we've done that, we've got our 5th swap. Now this time, guys, I'm going to do it differently. And why am I going to do this? Well, because I'm getting ready for the liquidity pools. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my USDT into another stablecoin so I can provide liquidity. And I'm going to swap around half my tokens and I'm going to swap it into USDC. Therefore, once I click swap, as you can see, we're going to very simply swap $27 of USDT into USDC and we'll have half and half. Now, from here, guys, if you go to the rewards section, you'll see that we've earned some petals. Of course, it depends on the amount of transactions that you've done and the amount of volume that you've done. I've only earned 3.48 petals, but this is very simply just the beginning, and this has taken me up to the 58,000 spot in the world. Now, of course, we need to wait for this to update because that might not be considering all 5 swaps. However, the next most crucial step, like I said, is to provide liquidity. Now that we have 2 different stablecoins, we can provide liquidity in any of the pools down below. However, I am not seeing any USDT to USDC pool, but I'm only seeing specific pools down below of which we can deposit into. So, growth pools. Yield by depositing into your favorite stablecoin pools. First one, we've got this USD up top, of which you can see requires 45% USDC, 35% USDT, and 20% Pay USD, which is obviously the PayPal one. If I was to click this, guys, as you can see, we can either A, deposit one asset, or B, we can choose multiple assets to deposit at the same time. Now, I don't know who's going to want to do this because if you wanted to do that, guys, you could very simply input $27 worth of USDC, $27 worth of USDT, and even $27 worth of PayPal USD. It's up to you. But what I'm going to personally do is I'm going to toggle off the multiple assets and very simply just use one stablecoin. Now, I'm going to use around $15 for this tutorial. I know it's not that much. However, it is very simply just a guide on how to earn petals from providing liquidity. Now, like it also said, after 15 days, we'll also get a multiplier and therefore we'll be generating more petals. If you don't feel comfortable providing liquidity, guys, then of course you can skip this part out. You must understand all the risks before depositing any money into liquidity pools. However, if you are ready, you would very simply click deposit, and all you need to do is very simply sit back, watch the yield generate, and of course, watch those petals come in. However, that is the first step. And you can already see that we've got a balance of $15 worth of USD. If you wanted to withdraw this at any time, guys, it is very simple. You just have to go to the withdraw tab, choose an amount that you want to withdraw, and very simply click remove liquidity. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to be waiting until we claim that airdrop to either withdraw or add more liquidity for the second season and beyond. However, that is step 1, guys. So you can see that is the USD seed pool, of which is the NUMAIL LP token representing the seed pool shares of USDC, USDT, and PayPal USD, and also the swap fees. So this is probably the most important one as it is up the top. It's entirely up to you if you wanted to do this one, guys. It is not going to be for everyone. However, down below, you can also see some alternative liquidity pool options. So you've got this SUSD LP one. So for example, you can either A, deposit both of the assets, which would be SUSD and USD, and you would just toggle multiple assets up top. However, if you didn't want to do that, what you can do is very simply choose one asset. And that could either be the SUSD token or the USD token. If, for example, I chose my entire 14.76, I could very simply click deposit. And as you can see, it would be as simple as that. And we'd now have roughly $30 worth of tokens in liquidity pools generating us those petals. So the more assets you can obviously deposit into this platform, the more that you are going to generate. At the moment, we've still only got 3.48, but I'm assuming every 24 hours or so, we are going to see it update. Nonetheless, this is just the pre-season. We did miss season 0. However, for those who did get involved, you may have already got yourselves a nice amount of petals. But right now, you can see I've got my total swap volume of $246. It's not that much, guys, but what we do know is that the liquidity pools are probably going to generate us more petals than swapping. So obviously, that the fact that swapping is only capped at 5 and that you can't earn any more petals after swapping 5 times, just come back every 24 hours if you feel comfortable just swapping your tokens, and therefore you'll be able to earn yourselves the maximum amount of petals. But Other than that, guys, you want to provide liquidity, choose from the different pools down below, obviously if you feel comfortable doing so. Nonetheless, I'm going to be keeping an eye on my rewards section and obviously my dashboard section, so you can see the amount of assets that we've provided. Nonetheless, what I want to now go through is the last section of the rules, of which you would need to understand if you are trying to get the biggest and best airdrop from Perena. So this is the Perena Petals reward program. Down below, you'll be able to see everything you need to know about it. So down below, you can see how to earn petals. We have significantly reduced the emission of petals from pre-season onwards. So each unit of petal now holds a higher value compared to last season, which was of course season 0, and we missed it unfortunately. But down below, you can see how to get petals. So swap stablecoins. Users will earn petals on the first 5 swaps made every day. Circular swaps, wash trades will be penalized. So be very, very careful. Petals are updated live with slight latency as well, so please bear that in mind. And then down below, this is where it gets juicy. So provide liquidity and get USD start. Deposit in our seed and growth pools to earn petals. Rewards will start to multiply after 15 days. Petals are updated daily. So 15 to 29 days, you will get a 2 times petal multiplier. Amazing. Between 30 to 44 days, you will get a 2.5x petal multiplier. 45 to 59, a 2.75x, and 60 days and beyond, you'll get a 3 times multiplier. So obviously, guys, you can see that the more that you are providing liquidity, the more assets that are in the pool, and the longer that you deposit the assets into the pool, the more that you will generate, and of course, the bigger and better airdrop you'll receive. Additionally, specific pools may be chosen to receive additional petal bonuses at random throughout the duration. Now, in my personal opinion, guys, the number one pool of which is going to do that is going to be the seed pool up top. Obviously, I could be completely wrong, but they are promoting this one up top for a specific reason, and I personally believe that is a specific reason. However, referring friends, the referrals rewards are now based on the activity of referred users. In order to earn petals from referrals, users you refer are required to wrap or pull in order for you to get referral petals. Integrations. Integrations will also be highly incentivized, with participating users receiving large petal bonuses. We currently have live integrations with the following platforms: Exponent, bonus petals earned from the USD market, or Ratex. So guys, if you want to expand your Perena airdrop, you can very simply use one of these protocols. I'm not going to do any of these for now, but if you would like to see these in a future Perena airdrop tutorial, it's entirely up to you, but we wanted to focus directly on this platform. However, down below, guys, you'll be able to see all of the ways that you can earn points, everything that you need to know about the Perena protocol. Obviously, if you have any questions, you can join the Perena Discord to ask all of the community members and moderators for any answers that you may have. But in a nutshell, that is very simply the Perena airdrop tutorial. Like we said, you just want to swap tokens. If you want to swap every day, very simply do so 5 times a day to earn the maximum amount of petals. If you want to earn more, obviously deposit into liquidity pools, because this is probably the key aspect of getting the biggest Perena airdrop. Obviously, being capped at 5 swaps isn't great, but guys, this is a nice way to get an easy airdrop just by simply swapping and providing liquidity for stablecoins. However, guys, for those who don't know, we recently hit 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and we are so grateful. Honestly, we appreciate every single one of you, and that is why we are doing a 100 USDC giveaway for 2 lucky winners, of which will receive $50 each once we hit that 1,000 subscriber milestone. We're almost there, my friends. However, make sure that you're following this guide over on our X page, of which it says here, all you need to do to participate is subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow AltCryptoTalk over on X, and of course, reply to this post with a screenshot proving that you're subscribed. After that, guys, once we hit that 1,000 subscriber milestone, I'll be picking out 2 lucky winners to receive 50 USDC each. However, guys, also on our YouTube channel, you can expect many more airdrop tutorials. You'll be able to see a whole airdrop tutorials playlist of over 32 videos and many more airdrop tutorials within them. We've got free crypto airdrop guides. We've got multiple airdrop guides from layer 2 networks, different protocols, and so on. Don't miss out on any of these guys, because these could be absolutely enormous. However, friends, if you have any questions or any content that you want us to cover, please don't hesitate to let us know in the comment section down below. We appreciate every single one of you. We do this for you, but remember, guys, nothing that we say in this video or any of our videos is financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Take everything we say with a pinch of salt and always conduct your own research. But friends, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.